Okay, well, hello, friends and family. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, afternoon, or wherever you are joining us from. We always appreciate your support, whether you're new to this or you've been here for a while. Hearing this for the first time, we always appreciate you being here. So, my name is Michelle, and I started my Purium journey. I was diagnosed with over 36 chronic and complex autoimmune disorders, and it was overwhelming to say the least, but since I began this lifestyle 5 years ago, I've experienced some truly amazing changes. My hormones have balanced out, my menopause symptoms have disappeared, and I've seen anti-aging benefits like fewer wrinkles, reversed gray hair, and my energy is higher, as well as my libido. My sleep has been incredible. Mentally, I feel sharper. I wake up feeling refreshed after having beautiful, vivid dreams and just ready to take on the day. So, um, I love to share this with others and help them just move the needle in their health. So I'm so glad that you're here. And this is a perfect time to learn about this because we're in what's known as the eating season. Typically, people gain around 8 pounds during the holidays. And let's be honest, that's the last thing anyone wants, right? Most people are hoping to lose weight and not gain it. So that's why this program is so valuable. It helps to curb the sugar cravings. It guides us through this challenging time of year. You can still eat, there's no starvation involved, but it supports you in making better choices. Plus, it boosts sleep, energy, digestion, and all the other things we're all striving for, right? So let me start by sharing what our Nutrition Reset program is. And more importantly, what it's not. So, this is not a diet. Diets don't work long term. And people deserve to know that up front. So instead, this program's designed to help reset your system. It will nourish your body and support gut health. It promotes hormonal balance, can increase energy, improve sleep, and even can help reduce joint pain. So I think we can agree that just about everyone can benefit from at least one of these things, right? All right, so how does this work? This program has 2 meal replacements a day. It covers your breakfast and your lunch, or your breakfast and your dinner, should you choose to bookend your sleep with it. And the only thing that you have to worry about is making one meal a day. So to say this simplifies your life is an understatement. The meal replacements consist of gut support, protein and power shake, and a special prebiotic that's scientifically proven to reduce pesticides from the system. So let me show you when you get this box, it's going to have some info and it includes a tracker sheet, which I don't have on the slides and I don't have in front of me. But we always recommend that you track your journey and take pictures and measurements before you start. You don't have to share them with anyone, but it's really nice to see your own before and after. And you get a lifestyle guide and the support from whoever invited you here. So you'll be added to our Facebook support group. And that has testimonials and recipes and just tons of support. So, okay, let's start our slideshow with the power shake. So the power shake, this is literally add water, shake it up and go. It's incredibly convenient, gluten-free, it's delicious, it's simple. This is equal to 6 microgreen salads. So are you going to eat 6 microgreen salads for breakfast or lunch? Probably not, but you can have a delicious shake, right? So, a few things I love about this: it increases the hormone adiponectin, which helps decrease cravings and addiction issues. So, it's really a great formula for everyone. Next is your protein, which is called the Super Amino 23. And this was designed by a doctor whose patients were in comatose, and he needed something so that their muscles wouldn't atrophy while they were bedridden. This has an extremely high absorption rate. It doesn't strain your kidneys. It's so important. You know, complex proteins do strain the kidneys and take hours to digest. So this does a great job, doesn't strain the kidneys, and it tightens our skin and builds muscle. So I love this. You can take up to 30 of these a day. You get enough to take 10 a day in your kit. Your gut support. So this is our Biomedic. It's such a signature product. It helps reduce inflammation, C-reactive protein, and it's proven to reduce that C-reactive protein by 75%. So C-reactive proteins, that inflammation marker in the body, and this will balance and repair the gut while removing glyphosate, big buzzword here, which is the active ingredient in the herbicide Roundup. And that's linked to cancer and fertility, autoimmune, autism, dementia, gluten intolerance, and the list continues. So many incredible stories about Biomedic reducing and even alleviating symptoms related to poor gut health. I love this component system. Everything works so beautifully together. So that's what you do for breakfast and lunch. You have a decent dinner, or like I said, one meal of the day. The less processed, the better. And the more plant strong, the greater the results. As the goal is to really here is to alkalize the body and break up that toxic lymphatic waste that causes inflammation. So before bed, we're going to have our tart cherry. This helps to clean out the liver. It supports the kidneys to filter the waste in the body, and it supports your body's healthy inflammatory response. It is the highest source of naturally occurring melatonin in a food. Did you know that you create your own melatonin in your body? So this product can help you restore your own melatonin production, which is so important. I think we all, especially during this season, feel like we just can't get enough sleep. So that's the program. Simple, it's convenient. You're going to love it. And you get a free rechargeable travel blender in every box. And it also includes this very gentle parasite cleanser. And this helps with mold and yeast overgrowth as well as parasites. So everyone can do it unless you're best breastfeeding or pregnant. And then in that case, we're going to swap that out for our crack cell chlorella, which is a powerful blood builder and supports healthy cell growth and function. So everybody can take that, but especially important for pregnant and nursing mamas. Okay. So how long should we be on the program and how much does it cost? Okay, so we recommend for best results, you give your body that 90-day window. It takes 90 days to create a habit. And when you give yourself at least 90 days, you're going to experience incredible and amazing shifts. Your body didn't get in the state that it's in overnight, so it's not going to transform overnight, right? When you give yourself this starting ramp, your body has time to adjust and you build sustainable, healthy habits. So after the 90 days, some drop down to a maintenance protocol of one meal replacement a day, usually that first meal of the day. But I'll tell you something, most stick with the program long term. But we help you navigate all of that and your goals after that initial 90 days, because we're here to support you all along the way. So how much does this break down to financially? $12 a day covers everything I just went over. 2 meal replacements a day. It saves you time and money on grocery and shopping and eating out. Particularly, it's so easy and convenient to travel with. And it's a really affordable way to get your health journey started and reach your goals. And it's so great because you can have one of these shakes before you go out with friends or to a holiday meal, and you don't end up overindulging on the things that you know don't make you feel good later in the day or the next day. All right. So enough from me. Let's hear from somebody who's done the program so far. Is somebody here that's on camera that would like to share maybe 2 minutes tops about your experience? And then as a reminder, we're just not going to say the words heal and we're not going to say the words reverse, but I'd love to hear from somebody, their health journey. And if I don't see a hand, maybe what I can do is call on someone. Let's see. Let's see. Dr. Unity, are you in a position to be able to share for a couple of minutes? Oh, you're in the car. Can you do it? Quick share. You're on mute. Okay, let's see. Ask to unmute. There you
Yes,
go.
I'm not driving, so I'm safe.
Great.
Well, it is wonderful to be here. I just started the 90-day transformation about 12 days ago. This is my second round of it. I did my first one last year, and I will share some personal information. I hope it's not too much information for you guys, but last week I drank some fresh squeezed juices that had been sitting around for a few days, and they were not fresh anymore. And they were like, one of them was like interestingly fermented. I was like, oh, this tastes kind of like yogurt, kind of like kefir. So I drank it. And then I had really, really stinky farts. And I was like, I cannot wait to start my parasite cleanse portion. It's coming in a couple days. I'm going to make it. And so I got to the 10th day. I started the parasite cleanse. And by the nightfall, my stinky farts were gone. So talk about rebalancing the gut and getting rid of the bad guys. And the bloating went down. And so I was like, oh, phew, that was great. So that's my very recent success story. And then yesterday I just talked to a client. I'm also a family medicine doctor. She's a client of mine in clinic, and she's doing the protocol. After 1 week, her first normal blood pressure in years. And this lady avoids medication. So I was concerned about her health, the blood pressure creating strain on her heart, pushing against this pressure in the vessels. And so we got the wonderful result of the first normal blood pressure in years without medication, and she is feeling energetic. Her head is clear, her mood is great. So, very typical result from what I've seen working with dozens of clients is just improvement within days to weeks. So I'm really
Excellent. That is so powerful. Thank you so much for your share. And I love that. A couple of things that I want to speak to about that. One is that we really have, put a one in the comments if you've ever eaten something or been at work or just have had digestive issues for so long that you're afraid to go anywhere because you might have to use the bathroom or have gas, or if that's ever prevented you from going to an athletic class or something like this. So I really can appreciate what you said, and I appreciate your share. And I also appreciate you bringing in your clients to this and just your expertise around how it really isn't the exception around here. It's typically the rule to be able to incorporate nutrition, feed and hydrate the cells, and have people experience improvement. So thanks again, Dr. Unity. I really appreciate you sharing with us today.
Thank you, Michelle.
All right, let's see who else do I have on the call. Mary Beth, are you in a position to share with us for a couple of moments?
Yeah, I'd love to share. Thank you, Michelle, for this call. I always love the breakdown and just learning something new every time. So I've actually been on this lifestyle for like 6 years and doing ULTs routinely. But one thing I can remember about my very first one that was really inspiring for me is, I tended to hold on to weight and bloating. And I remember within my first like 4 days, Dr. Unity, you talked about this too, like the bloating was just going down substantially. And through the duration of my program, I just started to drop weight in a really healthy way. And I think my body was just healthful, like getting back to healthy weight regulation. It was more inflammation that I was carrying than anything else. And so the program just really helped me to eliminate what wasn't serving me anymore. I also, within like my first 3 days, my cravings substantially decreased. I was always someone who, after dinner, after a snack, was kind of like looking in the cupboards, like, oh, there's just something else I want. And since starting the ULT program, that doesn't happen anymore. I'm truly satiated and nourished. And, this program has also helped me really get out of what postpartum depletion that I had with my first son. And so it's helped my nails grow stronger and my hair grow back stronger and my sleep get deeper and my energy levels increase. And so just so many benefits. And I love it so much. And I love seeing more and more people in the community experiencing, enhancement in their lives as well. So thank you, Michelle.
Awesome. I love that. Thank you so much, Mary Beth. And yeah, speaking to postpartum, definitely something that isn't talked about a lot. And, having seen you over the years, and, I was just thinking, looking at your skin, you're positively glowing and you're not even pregnant right now. So it's just something that carries with you, even though you have had children recently. And so just congratulations to you on all of your success. And And thanks for being a stand for what's possible in this community. Yeah, we really appreciate you. Let's see, do we have time for one more? See if I see anybody else on the call.
I wanted to share one more thing. I know I shared a bunch earlier with you, but I did have one more thing that I would like to celebrate and also share, if that's
Yeah, and
okay.
I saw Abby's hand go up. So Abby, you can share too. So we'll go ahead and give you another minute here, Justine, and then Abby, we'd love to
Okay,
hear
I'll
your
be quick.
voice too.
I'll be quick, I promise. So, I'm on day 45 and I to be vulnerable and open and honest, I quit smoking medical marijuana, which was huge for me. I've been smoking since I was probably about 17, and I had no intentions of stopping. So that was like huge win for me. And my husband is on day 25, and we haven't fought for 25 days. And to be honest, that's huge. Right before starting this, I actually told him, you have 90 days to figure out if you're going to do this with me. Because if I finish and you haven't started, then we're probably going to have to reevaluate some stuff. So he jumped on. And I mean, it's been pleasant in this house for 25 days. And I'm excited about that. So that's pretty big for us.
I love that share, Justine, and it's so valuable, especially, having families that transform together. It really is life changing, and it can be. And, there's a lot of thoughts and feelings and patterns that go along with parasites that have been with us our entire lives. And so we get to a point as we get older, and especially as we sink into relationships, and we can really, trigger each other, but also we're not even ourselves anymore. And this,
Mm-hmm.
you really have a deep like self-love, but CELLF, where you're nourishing your
Yeah,
cells
for
and
sure.
your body is coming into balance. And so, I don't think I've ever heard anybody share in that way, Justine. So really extremely valuable. And congratulations to you both, because I'm sure it's just scratching the surface. 25 days is just getting your feet wet. So I'm really excited for you and all that you're about to experience with these kinds of lifestyle changes for your whole family. So, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. And Abby, what about you? Did you have something you wanted to share with us? Are you part of our transformation community?
Yes. So I got introduced to Purium like 3 years ago. And I was kind of like back and forth with it for a bit. And then I did the ULT for the first time this past year. And I fell in love with it. It actually made me aware of gut issues that I didn't know that I had. I realized that my gut was numb for so long. And I realized that because as I was doing the ULT, I would, try different foods and certain ones that were like not organic and not healthy. Like I could just feel the turmoil in my digestive system so clearly. Like how those foods were actually like wrecking my insides. Whereas before, like my body was like so numb to it. So it actually made me more aware of how food affects my body. And I also noticed that it helped my emotional health a lot. I learned that gut health actually is equivalent to emotional health while I was on the ULT, because the gut produces most of the serotonin in our body. And yeah, like what we eat, it just like affects our whole well-being. So emotionally, I felt a lot more stable and clear, grounded, and I was sleeping really good. The apothecary is probably like my favorite thing out of the whole regimen. I have it every night. So yeah, I highly recommend it just in general for people that are looking to um, see what's really there and to correct their lifestyle,
Mhm.
supporting their health long term.
Thanks, Abby. Beautiful share. And I love that, right? A lot of people come in and they're like, but I'm healthy. I eat healthy and, everything's great. So I love that you bring attention to this, because it's almost like cleaning your windshield after a year or so and you didn't realize how dirty it was. Like, how many of you can relate to that, right? You didn't realize how dirty it was until it's clean. And then you're like, oh my gosh, I got to do that more often. It's ridiculous. But we're doing that. We're cleaning the inner landscape, right? Where it's like cleaning the fish tank. You're not just going to let it sit, but many of us haven't. We're just like, we're good. So I really appreciate that. And you're right. Serotonin, dopamine, all of those things directly impact are made, those hormones are made in the gut. And we have so many hormone disruptors that we're up against every day: cleaning supplies, personal care products, toxins in our everyday food, dietary damage, and we don't really notice it until it goes away. And then we become more in tune with ourselves. And I love that, because you are becoming your own practitioner. And I think that's what we are all doing here. So awesome. All right. So we're super excited for all of you on the journey. Thank you so much for being proactive in your health, staying consistent, and even when you're not consistent, for just starting over, because you just knowing that you can do that is so important, and it encourages so many other people. And it's the gift we're giving ourselves here. It's the gift of tuning into our bodies and learning to nourish ourselves deeply and take our self-care to the next level so we can serve our families better, and so we can serve our communities better. And it's not that this nutrition plan is like a miracle pill, right? It's our bodies are the miracle. We just have to give it the correct inputs and tools and help create that homeostasis that it's designed to do and stay in balance. So on this program, we're not going to micromanage anyone, but the less processed you can eat, the more organic whole foods that you can eat, the better the results are going to be, of course. And if you choose to decrease the amount, you're absolutely going to see those better results. So our goal is to help you get hydrated through the nutrients, and drinking more liquid, and snacking on fruits and vegetables and living food. And like you've heard, like, quite frankly, you're going to be craving things differently. So avoiding the foods that we know that cause the inflammation, the dairy, that's being a huge one. It'll help your body to alkalize quicker, and you're going to do amazing things. So, use the tracker sheet, take your pictures, lean into the support of whoever invited you here, and set your intention and your goals. And, just can't, one more thing. Can you consume coffee or alcohol? Sure, but you definitely are going to get better results when you lean and you decrease the amount and you lean into less of those things. So at the end of the call, we like to share a recipe of the week. So today the recipe is, I think this is going to be a great one for the holidays. So the Awake Afternoon Shake. So this is so delicious. It's our signature dark berry protein, which is part of our collagen pack. It's 1 cup of organic coconut water, 4 scoops of your dark berry protein. You can add some frozen bananas, frozen berries. You can put some coconut oil in there if you like. I don't do mine with that, but that's okay. You can add some cacao nibs, some maca root powder if you have that. And you can do I do flax meal, so it's already ground up, but you could put hemp seeds in if you want to put it in the blender, that's fine. And sometimes I just do the coconut water, the frozen fruit, and the dark berry protein, and it's equally as delicious. But this is going to give you that mid-afternoon push, especially around the busy holidays. I thought this would be a fantastic recipe. So we're going to give you a quick visual of the program again, just to show you what we're talking about here. So maybe, Louis, you can pull that slide up. And then let me know if anybody in the chat might try the recipe. And it's okay if we don't have that first slide. And so I just want to thank everyone that shared their stories here. And thank you for being here. And we'll see you. Will we see you next Thursday? It's the day after Christmas. So yes, we do have a Transformation Thursday next week, and we're going to help you head into the holiday. It's going to be an info call, actually, for our Thrive in 25. We have a very special program we're rolling out for everyone. There's going to be cash prize giveaway. And so you're going to want to be on next week's call so you can see how you can and invite somebody to come along with you so you can see how to get into the group and get some extra incentives and transform along with all of our friends here. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording, and I'll stick around for a moment to answer any questions that you may have. Thanks again, everyone. We really appreciate all the shares and everybody and all of your time.